Today I want to talk to you a little bit about building self-esteem. And I've seen a lot of blog posts and YouTube videos that tend to lump self-esteem and self-confidence together. And they're actually really quite different. So the first thing I'd like to do is quickly separate the two concepts. And after that, I'll tell you a little story about a time that I felt a real drop in my own self-esteem and what I did to get it back. So I've seen quite a few articles floating around that confuse self-esteem with self-confidence. I want to quickly break down the difference. Self-esteem is how you value yourself, whereas self-confidence is a trust in your abilities. There's a big difference there. You might have a lot of self-confidence when it comes to your abilities at work, but you might have a very low sense of self-worth. So when I talk about self-esteem in this video, I'm referring to how you value yourself, your sense of self-worth, not the ability to get the job done or how skilled you are at something. All right, so now that we got that cleared up, I want to tell you a little story. Back in 2012, my wife and I picked up and we left the small town of Durango, Colorado, and we moved across the country to Miami, Florida, of all places. And Miami is the single most polar opposite place from small town Colorado living, but I think we were both ready for a big change. The reason for the move was that I had an opportunity to start a smart home software development company. It's the type of stuff that controls your lights and your music from your iPhone. Anyway, I had met a business partner through a friend, and he ultimately convinced me to move down there to Miami. And back then the condo market in Miami was booming, and it was just a perfect place to launch this type of product. Especially at the time, there was just no competitors in the smart home technology space. When I was there, I was exposed to the type of wealth and crazy stuff that you really tend to only see on Instagram. My partner had this $5 million house on the water in Miami Beach, and he introduced me to this billionaire that had this epic car collection and a bunch of really wealthy people, and I just got consumed by it. That became kind of this new benchmark for success. And before that, I had really defined success at a much lower bar. And I remember one day I was driving home after being in Miami for a couple months, and I saw this 16-year-old kid driving a drop-top Rolls Royce. And pulled up next to him, there was another person with the exact same Rolls Royce, and parked just to the right, there was a brand new Lamborghini with this crazy custom gold paint job. And so here I was, I'm sitting at the light about to turn green, and I'm surrounded by three cars that have a total value of over $1 million. And I mean, I just got this sinking feeling. I got really depressed all of a sudden. It was kind of an overwhelming feeling that I would never be able to reach that type of, or that level of perceived success. That I would never be good enough, which is crazy because I've never felt that way about myself before I had moved to Miami. And when you're constantly exposed to that type of thing, whether it be in social media or in person, it rewires your brain. And social media in a lot of cases can be worse because it gives us this virtually unlimited access to a dangerous place that we can compare ourselves to other people, whether it be images of extreme wealth, or someone that has a perfect relationship, or the person with the best body, or the nicest house, you name it. So what I'd like to do is reframe how we interpret a lot of this stuff, because so much of our self-esteem is tied to our comparison culture. Everyone posts what they consider to be share-worthy content, stuff that people consider to not be ordinary. These are people's highlight reels. And the bottom line is that a lot less people are going to share ordinary crap. So people naturally post stuff that they consider to be exciting, or they try to fake how exciting their lives are so that they can get likes and shares. And these likes and shares have been proven to give people these microdoses of dopamine. It's kind of like a drug. And so every post has to be cooler than the next because you want more likes and you want more dopamine. Here's the thing, no matter how wealthy or financially successful, no matter how lucky or in love or picture perfect people seem to be on social media, everyone goes through the same crap. We all experience highs and lows of life, but We spend most of our lives in the ordinary middle. 95% of our lives, we're watching movies, we're spending time with our families, we're going to get coffee and doing simple things. And, you know, another ordinary thing that we actually do is we scroll through social media. So imagine yourself, you're sitting on the couch, it's an ordinary night, and you're doing some ordinary crap, you're scrolling through social media, you're maybe watching a little Bachelorette, and you stumble on someone's seemingly perfect life. You look up and you think to yourself, wow, my life really blows. But what we're doing is we're comparing these ordinary moments that make up 95% of our lives to someone else's highlight reel on Instagram or on social media. And if you do that often enough, your sense of self-worth is really going to fly out the door. It's just like me sitting at the red light in Miami and feeling depressed all of a sudden. So there was this study done recently, and I can't remember where I saw it, but the research concluded that 1 hour of social media equated to a 14% drop in happiness. This type of comparison culture has been proven to negatively impact our lives. So if you're struggling with self-esteem issues, ask yourself what it is that makes you feel unworthy or not good enough. We often equate our sense of self-worth by comparing our possessions to someone else's possessions, which is crazy when you really think about it like that. And what I've realized is that a healthy sense of self-esteem starts with blocking out all the people's highlight reels and the noise and not comparing yourself to others. And this might be that you have to completely disconnect from social media for a while. Here's the second thing I find really beneficial. Instead of focusing on what you don't have or what you aren't, focus every day on what you do have and be grateful. Focus on savoring the simple pleasures of life, because these simple things in life, these ordinary things, are some of the things that actually matter the most. So that is all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button below, and share the video with some of your friends if you'd like to as well. I got a lot of other great videos that I'm really excited to share with you. So until next episode, thanks so much.